Martin blows by Griner, 2 more places, and the lead is 10.
Remember when Brittney Griner was considered unstoppable? Well, guess what? Kate Martin just showed her how it's done in a jaw-dropping debut for the LA Basketball Club in the new Unrivaled League. Martin sliced right past Griner for an effortless layup, leaving the Olympic star in the dust. But that was just the...
Chisels out space. Money Martin. Oh yeah.
You gotta love Money Martin. Kate Martin, just an excellent shooter. She runs the floor so well. One of the things that Coach Wade talked about was coming into this league being in shape, and Kate has done a great job of being prepared and running the floor.
Martin went on to take over the game, finishing with a double-double and leading her team with 10 rebounds. And get this, she did it all against a squad full of Olympians. Here's the reality, though: Martin's breakout performance wasn't just a fluke. It's the result of a grueling off-season training regimen that would leave most people exhausted just thinking about it. Curious about how one goes from being overlooked to becoming unstoppable? Stick around, because Kate Martin's story is about to shatter everything you thought you knew about succeeding in women's professional basketball. Kate Martin's performance in her...
And Kate Martin with a great decision, knowing Griner coming out, there's no way for her to be in 2 places at one time. And I love the motor that Kate Martin plays with. She recognizes if she has a shot, if it's not there, she gives it up. Just a smart IQ.
Her unrivaled debut wasn't just impressive, it was a modern-day David versus Goliath moment. Picture it: Kate Martin, the former benchwarmer, going head-to-head with Olympic superstar Brittney Griner. Nobody was giving Martin a second thought. Laces were heavy underdogs, facing off against a phantom team loaded with talent. But then, from the very first possession, Kate blew past Griner for an easy layup, leaving everyone's jaws on the floor. That was just the beginning. Throughout the game, Martin didn't just keep up, she completely took over. Rebounds, she grabbed them, she scored them. Here's the wild part: while Griner struggled to make an impact, Martin was busy posting a double-double. The crowd went wild as Martin made Griner, the seasoned pro,
concentrating on free throws, which is probably something that they may need to take a little time to do.
Money Martin. It's Kate Martin down that left side.
Okay, Money Martin, I see you.
And it wasn't just about Kate's individual play, her entire team was on fire. The Laces shot a stunning 56.9% from the field and hit 13 three-pointers. Talk about teamwork making the dream work. And who hit the game-winning shot? You guessed, Kate Martin. After the game, a commentator nailed it when they said Kate Martin looked great on both ends of the floor. She does a lot of things well, maybe not one thing spectacularly, but she does everything well. That's the perfect description of Kate's game.
Martin with 7 on the shot clock. Thomas back to Martin for the win!
Nice.
Miss Money Martin!
She might not be flashy, but she gets the OB done, and then some. The Phantom may have had their Olympic dream team, but Kate Martin just turned their gold medals into participation trophies. Now let's talk about how this not flashy player managed to outshine not just 1, but 3 Olympians in a single game. The Laces were up against a Phantom team.
Hey, it's Kate Martin. Here's a quick look at our welcome day at Unrivaled. We started with the Fan Fest area. I met all the players and staff who are part of this special first season. Next, we stepped onto the show court. The lights, the colors, it's amazing. And we toured the facility, starting with the weight room, packed with everything we'll need.
Featuring Sabrina Ionescu, Sada Sabali, and Brittney Griner, 3 superstars who could probably take on the Monstars from Space Jam and win. On paper, the Laces didn't stand a chance, and Kate Martin was barely even a blip on the radar compared to these legends. But here's the thing about basketball: it's not played on paper. As the game unfolded, it was clear that someone forgot to tell Kate she was supposed to be intimidated. While the Phantom Stars were busy missing shots, Kate Martin was everywhere on the court. She was grabbing rebounds, dishing out assists, and knocking down three-pointers as if it were.
Kate Martin, a high energy, younger player, the rookie of our group, right? The youngest player. She brings a joy and a sense of fun to our group.
Second nature. But here's the real twist: while Sabrina Ionescu, Sada Sabali, and Brittney Griner struggled to find their rhythm, Kate's unselfish play was lifting her entire team. It was like watching a maestro conduct a symphony. Every pass, every shot, every defensive move was in perfect sync.
Aside from all that, the high-level quality character that she is, she brings a high-level shooting ability to our floor as well.
I think I started something. Got what I wanted.
She's going to prove not only to this league, but the rest of the world, that she belongs at this level.
The Laces. Teamwork began to outshine the Phantoms' individual talent, and suddenly, those Olympic medals started to look about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. The Laces were a well-oiled machine, absolutely dismantling the Phantom 86-48. Yes, you heard that right, a 38-point blowout. Kate's former Las Vegas Aces teammate, Tiffany Hayes, was right there with her, putting up a double-double of her own with 14 points and 10 assists. WNBA All-Star Alyssa Thomas added 18 points, while Kayla McBride was on fire, scoring 28 points and draining 7 three-pointers. Stephanie Dolson rounded out the effort with 14 points. Let's be honest, nobody saw this coming. Analysts had been practically handing the game to the Phantom, praising their star-studded lineup. But while they were busy polishing the All-Star trophies, Kate Martin was in the gym preparing to turn their predictions into confetti. By the time the final buzzer sounded, Kate had outperformed both Sabally and Griner combined. That's right, Kate, the player who was supposed to sit on the bench, ended up posting better stats across the board than two of the most celebrated Olympians in the game. This wasn't just a solid game.
Excellent play. They have had great connection three. Here it is again, Alyssa Thomas, just easy bounce pass, smart heads-up play by Money Martin to finish for the win.
It was a statement. Kate Martin didn't just show up, she arrived. She took the spotlight and used it to shine a light on every single person who ever doubted her ability to belong in this league. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, buckle up, because Kate Martin's journey from Iowa's unsung hero to the Aces' biggest missed opportunity is about to shock you. Let's rewind the tape and look at how a second-round draft pick turned into the Aces' most significant overlooked gem at Iowa. Kate wasn't just Caitlin Clark's sidekick.
I feel really grateful to be in the position I'm in, and I honestly did not expect to have any fans when I came here. I had no expectations in that sort of way, and I think fans liked that. I don't know.
She was the quiet yet powerful force that drove the Hawkeyes to back-to-back national title games. Averaging 13.1 points and 6.8 rebounds in her final season, Kate was the glue that held the team together. When draft day rolled around, the basketball—
I don't really get it, honestly. If I'm being honest, at the end of the day, I don't get it, but I feel super grateful for it. And so it gives me a little bit of confidence. It makes me feel good when I hear the fans cheer for me when I'm checking in. So I really appreciate that.
Gods had other plans. Enter the Las Vegas Aces, an already stacked team with 6 Olympians on their roster. They selected Kate in the second round, probably thinking they'd found a hidden gem. And at first, it seemed like they had.
Looking at the mock drafts online and just seeing, if my name was, in the conversation at all. And I didn't have an agent at the time, so I was kind of in the dark. And I was just talking to my coaches at Iowa, asking, have you heard anything, what's going on?
Kate hit the ground running, averaging 19.3 minutes per game in her first 10 games. Not bad for a rookie, right? But here's the kicker. As the season went on, Kate's playing time started to shrink faster than Asia Wilson's ego after a tough season. By the time the playoffs arrived, Kate Martin was barely seeing 3 minutes of action. Talk about a fall from grace. Most players would have packed it in, content to sit on the bench and collect their paycheck. But not Kate. While her teammates were snapping Instagram photos, Kate was grinding away in the gym. Her mantra: this league is all about opportunity, and all you need is one shot. Even as her minutes dwindled and Chelsea Gray return pushed her further down the rotation, Kate kept her head high. She wasn't just sitting idle, she was studying the game, soaking up every piece of knowledge. Her teammates started calling her Money Martin for her knack for being in the right place at the right time. Too bad the Aces coaching staff seemed to—
The top-selling WNBA player merch: Caitlin Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier in the season.
Missed that as the season wound down, Kate's future looked as uncertain as a referee's call in a close game. But remember that mantra about opportunity. Enter the Golden State Valkyries, swooping in during the expansion draft like a basketball fairy godmother. Let's talk about Kate Martin's golden ticket.
Now Hayes takes a peek. Skip pass, Martin. Yes!
You think she was excited to leave the Aces bench? Just wait until you saw how the fans reacted when the Valkyries snatched her up in the draft. It felt like Christmas came early for Kate. Fans were buzzing everywhere. Some might have questioned the pick. After all, building a franchise around a player who barely saw the court last season was a bold choice.
I feel sad that Kate Martin also hasn't gotten as much playing time the second half of the season. I feel like she deserves more, or maybe she deserves a different team.
But here's the reality, Valkyries fans went absolutely wild. Social media exploded with tweets like, "Kate Martin is free from the Aces." And if Kate Martin is really a Valkyrie, I love that for her.
From the Las Vegas Aces, the Golden State Valkyries select guard Kate Martin.
She's going to have a much bigger role on that team and really get to develop. But hold on, it gets even better. Coach Natalie Naz, who had seen Kate's potential up close during their time with the Aces, was ecstatic to get the chance to unleash Martin's full game. She wasn't just seeing a role player, she was seeing a potential franchise cornerstone.
Talk about Kate Martin. First of all, Natalie Nakase has experience in the NBA. She has experience in a championship WNBA team. What's important? Corner threes. That is where Kate Martin thrived this past season. 38% on corner three specifically. That floor spacing ability that Kate Martin's going to bring.
Naz raved, "I'm excited for her competitiveness, high character, and her never satisfied mindset. That's exactly what I was looking for." Translation: Kate Martin is about to go from benchwarmer to basketball star, and Coach Naz has the blueprint to make it happen. The fans already chomping at the bit. During the expansion draft, guess who got the loudest cheer? Yep, our girl Kate. She hasn't even suited up for the Valkyries yet, and she's already the fan favorite.
I'm really excited. This league is all about opportunity, and you just need one shot, right? And I am very thankful for the Aces and everything I got to learn there, but I'm really excited for this new beginning and to build something from the ground up here with the Valkyries.
But it doesn't stop there. The front office is pretty excited too. Analysts are calling Kate's selection a money move for the franchise. Why? Because Kate isn't just bringing her skills to the Valkyries, she's bringing an army of fans ready to snatch up every piece of merchandise with her name on it. So here we are, in the span of one expansion draft, Kate Martin has gone from warming the bench to being the heart and soul of a brand new WNBA. Talk about a glow up.
Coach Nakase is somebody you're going to want to run through a brick wall for. She's a truth teller. She's going to be honest with you, but she matches that with love and support 100%. So those are the kind of coaches that you just want to give your all for, and I'm super grateful that we got to build a relationship in Las Vegas, and we get to continue that in San Francisco.
But don't think for a second that Kate's letting her newfound fame get to her head. Everyone else has been talking about Kate Martin's epic debut. There's a whole other story unfolding behind the. Remember when we thought pro athletes trained hard in the offseason? Well, Kate Martin is about to make those typical workouts look like a stroll in park. Let's be real for a second. Kate didn't just hit the gym after the expansion draft, she practically moved in. But here's where things get crazy.
My focus has just been getting better. I mean, all around. I had a decent rookie season, but I just know something that's really cool about me is that my ceiling is very high. So I have a lot of room to grow. Always working on my shot, always working on being quicker, but really being able to handle the ball a little bit more and freedom of my feet and defense. I know Coach Nakase hangs her hat on defense, and I want to be able to be somebody who can, lock down the number one, number two option on the other teams.
She's not just lifting weights and running drills. Nope, Kate has gone full mad scientist with her training routine, and it's so unconventional, it just might be the game changer she needs. Imagine this. Kate's out there tapping balloons in midair, looking like some kind of basketball ninja. Why? It's all about refining her body control. And just when you think it can't get any weirder, she's chasing frisbees like a hyperactive puppy. Don't laugh, that's her secret formula for developing lightning fast acceleration. But wait, there's more.
We start the workout off with a movement series, working on our foot striking ability, doing an upright stance, something you might see with sprinters. Then some easy rhythm work on the court before going to the weight room. We use the weight room to help support our training on the court. So working on specific postures, positions, and how we express our strength explosively. We don't just want to be strong in a given lift, we want to be strong when we move. That's where I think some carries can be really useful for upper body work, along with learning how to use your body to actually push and move someone else's body.
Kate's trainer, Maxwell Schmartzo, isn't messing around. He's putting Kate through workouts that would make even the most seasoned pros reconsider their lives. His motto? We don't just want to be strong in a lift, we want to be strong in motion. Translation, Kate isn't just building raw strength, she's building strength that directly translates to basketball. Now, here's the exciting part. After all this intense training, when Kate finally stepped onto the court, she touched the rim 4 times in a row. Yep, 4 times straight.
It's like the Iowa legend herself, Kate Martin. Like a defensive back, we want to stay low, push to move, and cover some ground. We have to fight to stay in front of the offense, constantly staying low to move and never letting the rope get tight.
Schmartzo was so shocked he couldn't help but exclaim, "Did she just touch the rim?" Yes, Maxwell, she did. And she's just getting started, but it's not only about the physical side. Kate's also sharpening her mental game. She's working with sports psychologists to build the mental toughness needed to stay at the top, because let's face it, no amount of balloon tapping or frisbee chasing will help if her mind isn't in the right place. Kate isn't just training to be good, she's training to be unstoppable. While other players are out posting vacation pics on Instagram, Kate's out. They're turning herself into a basketball machine. Heavy squats, trap bar shrugs.
Working with Kate Martin today, and oh my goodness, did she just touch the rim?
Contested shots, you name it, she's doing it. Kate Martin's transformation from benchwarmer to standout player is just the appetizer. The real magic is happening in her off-season grind.
Acceleration day with Kate Martin. Yes, the Iowa legend. Even though she's a pro, we start off playing games with a frisbee. Why? Because it's fun, but secondly, it's competitive. When I tell you to go throw a frisbee, chase after it, and catch it, you're gonna run after it as fast as you can. And guess what that's called? Acceleration. So that's what we're working on.
With coach Natalie Nas in her corner, Kate's not just preparing for next season, she's completely rewriting the playbook on player development. Let's be real, Kate isn't just fine-tuning her jump shot or running a few extra laps.
These drills are awesome because they're extremely competitive, and when something's competitive, it's fun and you try really hard. Then we take that same concept of competitiveness and apply it into our shooting drills. Working on the speed of our shot, then some of the eye tracking as well. I can't just sit on the sideline and get threes rained on me, so I had to hop in the drill. This one here works on our eye tracking as the ball comes in front of our vision, and this one right here works on us covering some distance. Drop, push to go, just like you saw in those lunges.
She's diving deep into explosive strength training, agility, drills that will make your head spin, and skill work that pushes her limits. Every single day. She's building Kate Martin 2.0, and the league should be on.
Then on the court, we work on a ton of defense. And after our defensive work, we work on some offensive acceleration, shooting, and scoring at the rim. A lot of these moves place a lot of demand on your hips. You have to be able to stabilize and load through the movement in order to explode up into your jump shot. Then at the end of it all, we play some live one-on-one. We want to work on trying different moves here. This is where you get to work on stuff you wouldn't always do in practice with a team. That's how you get better. And yes, I got caught slipping right here. She caught me leaning with some of those twitches. Then you can see some really good off-arm work here. Swipe the arm down, bump off, create space. This one here is really awesome. Check out all the space we create with this.
High alert as the new WNBA season approaches. One thing is crystal clear: Kate isn't just ready to play, she's ready to dominate. The real question isn't if she'll be a star, but how brightly she'll shine. After everything we've seen so far, it's clear that the sky isn't even close to the limit for Kate. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. Click the video on the screen, and we'll catch you in the next one.